Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in a short case. Ray Pinker will let us know.
I'm praying that those prints come through.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of LA Noire.
Keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to say.
Hey, that's that cop.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop?
All right, let's take a look at our notebook. We're going to a crime scene. It's located in a wooded park area. Saw that cut scene. A woman got off the bus, looked a little disoriented. Obvious creep show was skulking nearby. Presumably, he is the doer. And we're going there now. Really quickly, want to say thank you to my 2 new subscribers. Right on the main drag over here. Thank you for subscribing. If you think somebody else would like these videos, don't hesitate to share.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive.
Oh, the Bank of America, huh? Bank of America getting robbed. Look at that. Centuries go by and nothing changes. You know what? Normally I wouldn't do this, but since it is a straight shot, let's go.
And now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make those.
All right, I think we're turning right up here.
Just ignore this turn.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help.
What's the situation?
Half a dozen shooters, sir. Cold-blooded sons of bitches. Real professionals.
What do you mean?
Witnesses say they bounced in, aced the guards, and went straight downstairs. Christ knows who they're working for, but whatever's in that vault, they want it bad.
All right, let's get to work.
You picked the wrong bank to rob, my friend. Come on, make a push for the building.
Sustained a small bullet wound. Wait a minute. Can I get his Tommy gun?
Throw out the gun.
Kept switching me between points of view.
Stay down.
Where'd my hat go? Alright, only sustained another small injury there. How many guns? Another Tommy gun? Where are we going?
They blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here. Don't give them a chance to regroup.
Wish me luck.
Here we go.
Bronx York, elite fan. You have no idea who you're...
Buddies upstairs are dead.
Come on, Cole, what's taking so long?
Give it up, chump. I know you're there. Clever, asshole. I'm gonna find you. As soon as he pokes his head out, we step on it. There! Light him up! You're just you and me. You can live to tell the tale.
Ooh, taking shots.
As soon as he pokes his head out, we step on it. That's it. That's all of them.
All right. Only sustained a couple of mortal injuries there. It's all good.
Car 11K. Shots fired, suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I need an ambulance at Bank of America. 7th and Olive. Notify coroner and detective headquarters.
Roger on your ambulance 11K. All units, code 4 on the 211 at Bank of America. Code 4.
Look at that. Bank of America. Nothing ever changes. You haven't read up on that Hollywood shootout, kids? Yeah.
Up ahead, you make a right.
Thanks, Rust-Oleum. Lighten up, olive oil. All right, we went a little bit out of our ways to shoot up the Bank of America. Don't know what they wanted in that vault. We're not going to any other street crimes, so... Oh, it's way over there. Oh, we got a long ways to go. Hyperspace. Alright, let's do it legally.
It's left at the next intersection.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
Through this intersection. So wait for the next turning and go right. I need you to take a left at the next corner. That guy there will lead us up.
steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, Porter. Get used to seeing them. You're the gig when you're working a homicide, Phelps.
Oh boy. I'm sure this area is now a mini mall. Or a parking lot. Or the LA Forum. Oh, they probably don't even have that anymore. Sorry, the Staples Center.
Detectives? Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m. But it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Alright, so on its face, the big difference, this woman has all her clothes on. And, you know, her body doesn't look too terribly smashed up. As opposed to the other ones that were stomped and had messages written on them. None of that is going on here that we can see. Alright, got a ligature mark around the neck.
Find anything interesting?
We can look at that label on her clothing. I guess not.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
There's no way someone wouldn't have removed that from the inside of their collar, I can tell you right now. Alright, let's look at her other hand. No jewelry at all. No signs of jewelry being removed. That's also very different. I don't know if there's anything else here. No stomp mark. So we're going to leave that poor woman alone.
No drag marks.
Alright.
Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Are they going to measure those footprints and compare them to a size 8 shoe? That's what I would do.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
So in a crime scene that wasn't, I guess, compromised by the weather, you get some plaster of Paris out here, make some tire impressions, but they probably wouldn't have done that back then. Alright, I think that is everything under the sun to see there. So, let's just head back to our car. Anything else these guys want to say? Nope. Oh, call box right here. How nice.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Very stylish. All right, let's ask about suspicious persons.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
All right, awful hobo. She's making straight eye contact, no movements of any sort that would let me think she's lying. So we'll go good cop.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
All right, lady. Even hobos need a leader, I guess, and someone with military experience probably has some leadership skills. Let's make some phone calls.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Well, no different than anything going on right now, I guess, in society. All right, whoops, hit the wrong button there. Let's go to Superior Laundry Services and see what they have to say. And we will get Rusty, wherever he's at, to drive. Oh, he's waiting in the car for me. What a heck of a guy.
You know the way. You can drive.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Well, very close-minded. It's not like someone would change their MO to throw the cops off. All right, go to the laundromat here.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Hello?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Oh, no problem. Let me rifle through your laundry books.
Put down that dress, is it there?
Oh, it was 1363. All right, Terrellson.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Green silk dress. All right, let's get out our notebook. And we will go there.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Yeah, Rusty, you drive.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Oh gosh, Nordic people are wife killers. Good to know. It's that Viking blood. Alright, looks like a boat in the yard. Oh man, I see some white rope hanging off that boat. Maybe it is the kind of rope that would strangle someone. Let's go take a look here. I think this is the boat that Kurt Russell was working on in Backdraft.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Alright, triple braided rope, I guess, or something. So thank you for having that light shining on it very conveniently at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, let's go into the house and see what this guy has to say.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Procedure, Mr. Tarleton. You don't even hug your kids and tell them their mom's dead? Good grief. Father of the year over here.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Dad.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search.
Oof.
You got nothing to hide.
Alright. Let's just do a drive-by
Wanna hear
the...
something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out.
Nothing in here. Photo turned down. Alright, that wasn't what I...
Need to check if she was a regular.
Alright, well that wasn't what I was gonna get, but I guess that's a clue. Wait a minute. Get back in there. Photograph.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Because they were fighting and somebody turned it down out of anger. That's why. Alright. Anything else over here? What is that, a purse? Yeah.
Optimistic, Cole.
Yeah. The kids' room.
This isn't what we're looking for.
What does that say? Temptations? We can't be licked? Alright. I don't think there are any clues in there. Oh, is that a boat? Yeah, I bet that's a clue.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
How about this room?
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Huh. A wet jacket. Looks like he stole it from a lumberjack. And some muddy boots.
match the impression of the crime scene.
Remember what I said a couple episodes ago about everybody in LA having size 8 feet? I'm just wondering if at 1947-ish, the average shoe size for a man, the middle of the bell curve, was size 8. That's the impression I'm getting here. No pun intended. And another purse.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
All right. Well,
at least she was spared that particular indignity.
because it's the wrong shade of lipstick. Huh. Well, I think that's all the clues because Rusty walked by.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
What is this over here? Another matchbook? Yeah.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
All right, another woman connected to a bar. All right, let's go talk to the husband. Oh, wait a minute. Let me call and see where Baron's bar is at. Do I need to do that?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
All right, let's talk to the husband, see if the story adds up. I'm hitting X. Come on.
For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
All right, let's ask about suspects.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Can't be anyone who knew her. Huh. Oh, there go the eyes. All right, let's look at our notebook here. We got boot prints, tire tracks. We got the bow rope, or the bow rope. Wet jacket, muddy boots. Very suspicious, Lars. I'm still not convinced. Let's use our intuition and remove an answer. Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to accuse him now.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Oh, let's see. Look at that. It erased all the stuff. How about this bow rope?
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
All right, ask about his alibi.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
If you were having a good time, why did she leave? And why are you like turning your head one way and your eyes the other way? And then in reverse.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
All right, let's ask about the victim's state of mind.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Okay, that means the answer is no.
Spill it, Terrelson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Well, you don't have to worry about her driving you crazy anymore. Let's ask about his last contact with the victim.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
I find that suspicious, sir. He's maintaining a lot of eye contact, but I've got wet jacket and muddy boots. I think he went looking at the very least. So I'm going to call him a liar.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Your shit is all messed up.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrelson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrelson broad had her last drink at Barron's Bar. You should check her place out.
Just the capper on Mr. Terrelson's bad experience. He gets life advice from Rusty.
Appreciate your time, sir.
All right, good luck explaining that to your kids.
Kind of rings true.
All right, Barron's Bar. We'll make Rusty drive to that too, just to save time.
You can drive.
All right, Barron's Bar, 12:43 p.m., does that say? Let's see who's day drinking.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrelson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. You know, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
So, if he cut the babysitter loose at 9, she got drunk and she left at 8:30. She must have been drinking the minute she walked in the door. That just doesn't add up to me. All right, last contact with the victim.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
All right. Straight level eye contact, no weird swallowing or looking around. We'll say good cop.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Food wasn't great, but you're real nice.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Oh, Gin Ricky. How nice. If you don't know, that means it's soda water and a lime. That's an old school drink. All right, let's ask about the vagrant male suspect.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
All right, it makes me, well, he's immediately looking away, plus he held his hand behind his head, and now he's kind of nodding to himself like, oh, I think they believe that, so we're going to go bad cop.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other men?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Oh. All right, let's ask about the cab.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
All right, well, he looked away when he said that, but now we're back to the same response to question 1. So I think he's telling the truth.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Bluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, waitress. Bates! We just want to talk.
Oh, he knocked that guy over.
Come on, got a rod. Get in and drive.
It made me open the door again. That's funny.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh boy.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Oh my gosh.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Let's end this farce. All right, you got me.
He only rolled over once.
Show me your hands.
All right. Hopefully we didn't kill anybody.
You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
No, you really don't. All right, let's ask him about the contact with the victim.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Are we finished? No, we're not finished. Look, he's squinching up his face.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
A lot of slang there. Also, the sap that Rusty had is really just a billy club. A sap is more like a leather kind of pouch, I guess, filled with lead, powdered lead, or lead shot. The ones that I like are shaped like beaver tails.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
All right, I liked it up until he said he didn't know, and then he's making the same expression as last time when he lied, which includes the shaking of his head.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
All right, that was entertaining. All right, let's go talk in our car radio for a minute.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
KGPL. Go ahead, 11 King.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Relay all sightings to 11K.
Hurry up, Central. Ain't got all day.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas...
Alright, let me see where it's at. Over there. Okay.
Now heading west on 7th Street.
We're taking the next left. Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere? Take the next left. Straight ahead. Up ahead, you make a right. It's left at the next intersection. Where's that cab got to now?
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
Okay, so go left at the next one. I need you to take a left at the next corner.
Here it is. Pull over anytime, guy.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Sorry, buddy.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down.
Alright, we're not doing that because we already did one this episode. The map keeps popping up game wells, so I'm just gonna go use one because I think there's something I have to do here.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Alright, what was Rusty doing over there? Looked like he was doing a zombie walk or something. Alright, Rusty, let's go. Oh, look at that. I parked next to a bench. Someday we'll get to that hobo camp, I swear.
His mother would be proud of him catching all those.
Can you drive to this one?
Alright, let's go interview the sailor. For 1:30 p.m. it looks so dark outside.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
There you go, Sarge.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
All right, let's ask him about contact with the victim.
You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Oh, he stopped being truthful right through the middle of that. And then he's blinking and looking up and down. We're going to go bad cop.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
All right, let's ask about the incident with Mr. Bates.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Oh, we are, but I'm also looking at you looking up and down and all over the place again.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Well, he's not lying, I guess, about being better off with him. All right, let's ask about the movements prior to the murder.
Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Again, he's having a real problem telling the whole truth here. Eyes all over the place.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
All right, and we'll ask about the cab ride with the victim.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
A smirk on his face. He can't help himself.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Brand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
All right.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Man, we're driving all over the place. Or Rusty is. Rusty, guess what? You get to drive to the bus depot too.
You're behind the wheel.
Three suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrellson picked up?
11K, roger.
All right. Looks like the case has come together. 1:44 p.m. It looks like it's 1:44 a.m. All right. I guess we're just supposed to go inside the depot here and talk to somebody.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Oh, God.
We'll need to run the loop.
Great.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Great. Where's our car? All right, let me look at the map here. All right, here's the route. I think we want to go the opposite way. Maybe try and catch him. I don't know why it put me into the notebook. Oh. Whoops, sorry, Rusty. Get in the car.
All-American 7-4. Let's go get him.
Yeah, get in the car. Good grief.
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Yep.
It could be a short one. And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
Good grief. Why would you say that to your partner? Unless you were trying to make him hate you. I better not be. I have a feeling I'm driving this the wrong direction. Because I'm a moron. Which is entirely possible. Oh God, I did. I drove the wrong way. I must have.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. You just give me a nudge if you see him, all right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road. That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
Stop any time, bus driver.
Is some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD. We're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
All right.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers and left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
All right, Rusty, drive to the hobo camp.
Hey, cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Yeah, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. We need to stay copacetic. We need to hold out to the cavalry.
How do we do that? Like this. If you want your rightful share, we
will make you feel powerful.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even lose my hat. Awesome.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
I know the feeling, Ackerman. That's what Phelps should have said. All right, let's search his hut here.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
A newspaper. Missing morphine. Cops say goons fighting dope war. Let's see what Harlan Fontaine has been up to.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. It's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. I'd say, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Oh boy, very interesting as the worm turns for Courtney Sheldon. And we got our glimpse at Jack, back from being Cole's whipping boy there. All right, here's a photograph.
It'll take a smarter man than me to connect that.
From the war. And it's right next to a purse. TT.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Crystal Ballroom ticket and Teresa Terreldson's purse. Okay, what else they got around here? Oh, look, a piece of bloody rope.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
All right. I am not sure there's anything left here in this little hovel. So let's go interrogate this guy. And look, the rest of the hobos, we just busted up their camp, already back to drinking. Alright, we'll make Rusty drive here too, just to save time.
You can drive.
So I had to get my knuckles dirty in somebody's face.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Yep. All right, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
We're going this way.
Where they at? Oh, they're over here.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Maybe this would be an interrogation better conducted with Rusty not in the room. Just saying. You'd spoil your rapport with the suspects. Let's ask about the motive for murder.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
All right. He didn't answer the question really, but he's got no eye contact whatsoever. You know, the big thing to me is we've got this bloodstained piece of rope. But I mean, anybody could have put it in there if he was not around. So we're going to accuse him.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
I do have proof, Mr. Ackerman.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
All right, let's ask about his contact with the victim.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Again, not answering the question, but again, his eyes are all over the place. We're going to accuse him.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
All right, and we'll ask about his alibi.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
Again, he's looking away, looking back, looking away. You know, we've got this coin purse right here, and it has Teresa Terrellson's initials embroidered into it.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
No, nothing at all.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I'm charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
All right, look at that. Even though we, I swear, hit about 10 people with the car chasing that one guy in the pickup truck, we didn't do any injuries, we didn't damage our own vehicle. Only $110 of city damage and a 5-star result on that case. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. You can always subscribe for more LA Noire. And we'll be back next time with another case on the Homicide Desk. Thanks for watching.